You don't bring a knife to a gunfight, and when Suzuki waded into motorcycling's top speed wars at the turn of the millennium, it didn't hold back with this, the Hayabusa. 20 years on, and the Hayabusa has barely changed. So is this high-speed blaster still relevant today? That's what we're about to find out.
When Suzuki released its Hayabusa in 1999, it had one objective in mind: to claim the title of the world's fastest production motorcycle.
That it did before the manufacturers entered into a gentleman's agreement to limit top speed to 300 kilometres an hour, thereby heading off a potential backlash from lawmakers.
While several ultra-high-speed road bikes have followed in the years since, the Hayabusa has continued, only copping a major update in 2008, along with a milder one in 2013. Don't fix what ain't broke seems to be Suzuki's mantra here, but how is the Hayabusa carrying its age in 2020?
These days it falls firmly into sports tourer territory, with its prodigious level of grunt offset by a relatively porky wet weight.
It's fairly slow steering and a fair bit of weight to push through the bends, but it's very stable, no minor attribute in a warp speed weapon like this, and once committed it holds a line with devout conviction. The ride position is sporty, with a forward lean to the clip-ons and not exactly a heap of legroom, but comfort is adequate for this style of bike, especially for those of average height or below.
As for tech, you get electronic fuel injection, ABS, a choice of 3 ride modes, and little else.
But it's straight line acceleration that remains the highlight, along with sheer bang for your buck. In fact, in 2020 you can snap up a new Hayabusa for around the same dollar figure as it cost at launch in 1999. It's also a full $5,000 less than Suzuki's sporting flagship, the GSX-R 1000.
The Hayabusa has disappeared from European showrooms where it no longer meets emissions regulations, but it's still available both here and in the US.
As yet, there's no official word on whether the model will be discontinued or updated, but for now at least the Hayabusa lives on.
By today's standards, the Hayabusa is fairly low tech, and for those who give in to its temptations, it's a licence burner on our heavily policed roads. However, it remains an excellent point-to-point machine with unique road presence. The Hayabusa is an icon in its own right, and in 2020 it represents an insane amount of performance for the money.